2.
Rudy.
Ocho.
And this is Street Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know how we do. So we're going to start off with some wild takes. Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the NFL. It's nothing wilder than that. And that's a fact.
That's an insane take. That's debatable. But I have a crazy, just a crazy take right now. This is Sunday night, so by the time you guys see this, Giants lost. But so I want to say, January 8th, 2018, Tua replaced Jalen throwing a TD pass to win a national championship called by Brian Dable. Mind you, Sunday night, Giants, Dolphins, and Eagles were the last undefeated teams. So, just want to let you guys know that.
That's pretty wild. My wild take is it's not Daniel Jones. It's not. I mean, Daniel Jones got pressured 24 times, second most in the last 2 seasons. And he doesn't have a receiving core, to be honest. He don't. Galladay paid him I don't know how much. He got 2 receptions in 2 games. Kadarius Toney's hurt. Sterling Shepard just tore his ACL.
Ooh.
Just walking. The video, that's crazy. That's crazy you're laughing, but the video, he was literally just running. He just tore his ACL. You got more problems than Daniel Jones.
Damn, who's the receivers now? I didn't even think of a receiver now.
New York got some giant problems. I'm sorry, y'all.
They do.
I'm sorry.
They do, though.
We're going to get into some divisional report cards for the month of September. So what we're going to try to do is every month we're going to grade these NFL teams by division and see who's actually doing well. And we're going to start with the AFC North. And that's with, surprisingly, the Browns are number 1 right now in that division.
Cleveland.
Edison, what you grading the Browns?
I'm grading the Browns a B+.
When I give it a
I'm grading the Browns a B+ because they're playing with a backup quarterback and all the hoopla that's going on around the locker room. So,
Rudy, what you grading the Browns?
The Browns, I'm gonna give them like an A- because like I feel like for the situation that they're in with Deshaun Watson not being there and Brissett leading the pack, they're leaning on their running game right now. Great defense. I mean, if they would have beat the Jets, I would give them an A+. But because
should be 3-0.
Yeah, they should be, but that's not the case right now. So I'm gonna give them an A- because for the situation they got, they're doing good.
Yeah.
The second team in the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens. They're 2-1. What are you grading them, Edison?
I mean, I just thought about it. I had them at a B, but I'm gonna keep it as a B for now because there's still like questions on their defense. But I'm gonna still keep it at B. I don't know if they really truly have a number 1. I don't know if they're gonna rock with the tight end being the number 1 receiver, but I don't know. I still have like its questions.
Baltimore, I'm gonna give them an A+, just because like Lamar's going crazy. They don't really have a running game, but Dobbins is gonna be coming back in the next couple of weeks. I do like the receivers. They got Duvernay. They have Bateman. Bateman's gonna become the guy in the next couple of weeks, I believe. And Mark Andrews is his go-to guy. You always need your go-to guy. So if that's, it's just like Mahomes and Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? Like they just have that connection. That's his go-to guy. And sometimes the tight end is your best friend. So they have a solid defense, even though the secondary's ass. So I'm gonna give Baltimore A+.
Mark Andrews is the best tight end in the NFL right now. Sorry, Kelsey. Third in the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers. Leading the charges, Mitch Trubisky. Edison, Rudy, what you grading them?
I'm grading them a C-. Honestly, I mean, they have questions. They have questions at quarterback. I don't know what they're gonna do if they're gonna start their rookie quarterback. I say don't. Just, I mean, what are you gonna compete for? Just don't let them sit and let them like evaluate and study the playbook and all that. But I'm gonna give them a C-.
Pittsburgh, I'm gonna give them a C, a solid C. I do like your take of letting them sit and learn, but this is like the NFL is a job where you learn while doing it. because you can do all the book work you can, but you got to learn by doing it. Experience is key, and like you can't practice that in practice because you need a real game time. But I'm gonna give them a C. Lost T.J. Watt. Trubisky's leading the charge. I think the next 2 weeks, Trubisky's gonna lose the job. The whole team's calling it for a Pickett. The line, I feel like the line doesn't even like Trubisky. So I give them a C.
You guys seen that meme where it was like what these receivers have to do to catch Trubisky pass? Bro, that was hilarious.
They be really doing the most. Like even like I remember him on the Bears. Like Allen Robinson did some crazy catches. Like,
damn.
But they were trying to give Trubisky credit. Like, oh, that's a great spot. No one could touch it. Like, bro, that was by mistake, bro. But I love Mitch. But he gave me a great year. But that's it.
The Super Bowl runner-up from last year are now 4th in their division. The Bengals. What are you grading them right now?
I'm giving the Bengals a C minus. This is just for this month. So like last year, they could like flip it around. First 4 games was kind of trash, and then flip it. But C minus. I mean, they're giving Burrow the Andrew Luck treatment. They're not gonna give him a line. They're just gonna let that nigga fucking try to survive. So C minus.
I'm gonna give Cincinnati a D, because I feel like there were just so much expectations on them. There's so much potential. Like I feel so bad for Burrow. So much money was spent on the line, and like they're just letting this man down. Like they just won this last weekend, but it shouldn't have waited. It should have been like week 1. Like he's. I seen a post he got on track for like 111 sacks. That is so bad. Like you guys are Super Bowl runner-ups. Like this is terrible. So I give y'all a D.
They went to the Dollar Tree to get that line. Them niggas is trash. Now we moving down to the South. And Jaguars are number 1 right now aboard of the AFC South. Them boys in Jacksonville. What you grading them?
I'm gonna grade them A minus. They're one of the most surprising teams in the league this season. James Robinson was like, y'all not gonna treat me as a second string. James Robinson literally.
No, sir.
He took that.
He's a beast.
He took that. Kirk, they paid him the money. He's performing.
Yes.
They got Evan Ingram in there. They got Marvin Jones. So they're looking good so far.
Jacksonville, I'm gonna give y'all a solid A because I feel like you guys are exceeding expectations. Like everyone was looking at you guys crazy because you were like, why are you guys paying Christian Kirk so much money? Like they thought he was like a slot receiver, like a third on the list type of receiver. But I give you guys an A. You guys are exceeding expectations. Defense is playing great. James Robinson, Etienne, is this how you say his name? Yeah. I think that's a dangerous combination. Like they're just gonna get more comfortable. I think Doug Peterson was perfect for this offense. Like he's bringing everybody together. He's making everything click. Kirk's looking really good. Probably go to Pro Bowl if he keeps this up. So I give them an
A. Fluke or not, the Colts beat the Jets. I'm sorry. The Colts beat the Chiefs. See, I can't even believe it. The Colts beat the Chiefs, and now they're number 2 in their division. What would you grade them boys in Indy?
Colts, man. The Colts. Where do I have the Colts? You go ahead, Rudy. I'm looking for the Colts right now.
Colts, I'm gonna give them a C. Like just like with Jacksonville, they had so much expectation. People were saying they're in Super Bowl with a great defense, but like all they've been doing is failing. I mean, other than this, this last week and they beat the Chiefs, but before that they took a couple of L's. Matt Ryan is not the same guy he used to be. They keep covering up a quarterback position with bandages, ripping off one, putting up another one. Defense is not looking what they used to be. That's because the defensive coordinator came to the Bears. But I'm gonna give them like a C. But I still think they have a lot of things they can improve on. Because like Shaquille Leonard's coming back, so I feel like he's gonna help the defense a lot. Jonathan Taylor is gonna look good. So, who's the receiver?
Pittman.
Pittman's coming back soon, so I think he's gonna pick up.
Yeah, I agree with Rudy. I'll give him a C. It's just I feel like they just I don't know. They look sloppy at times. Jonathan Taylor, he needs to like pick it up. He was the number 1 running back last season, so he needs to pick his shit up. I feel like the O-line needs some work to do too, because I feel like last game they was just pressuring the fuck out of Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
He had to get rid of the ball so quick. So, see.
I believe the Titans won the division last year, but now at the end of September they're sitting at number 3. What would you grade them?
Titans, man, I'll give them a C-, bro. Because they got embarrassed by the Bills.
Embarrassed.
I thought they were. Who played them? The Raiders, right?
Yeah,
The Raiders. I thought the Raiders were gonna embarrass them. Nope. So their grade would be lower, but the fact that they beat the Raiders 24-22, I'm gonna give them a C-.
I'm gonna give Tennessee a C. Just because me personally, I didn't have much expectation for them. But I feel like when Vrabel as the coach is never going to be out of the picture. So I feel like he's always going to have them coached up. Things just aren't clicking for them. I like Traylon Burks, their rookie receiver. Derrick Henry, like, I'm ready for that Derrick Henry late season takeover. Tannehill's not that guy.
Nope.
I think he's washed. Needs to get replaced already. But I'm going to give them a C.
Who's that?
I would give them a C.
Give him a C. Yeah. Watch out for Malik.
Ooh, Malik Wilson. Maybe it's time for him to start. Willis. Rudy got me fucked up. Houston Texans. They're in the 4th spot.
Again, like, I agree with Rudy.
What you say about the Texans?
I don't expect much. Really, like, I don't expect much.
Yeah.
That them against the Bears pretty much showed me what type of team they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Team they're not really gritty or anything. They're probably one of the worst teams. They're just one of the worst teams. I predict like they'll probably win like max 4 games. So.
I really don't think Houston's really that bad of a team. I feel like they're feisty. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna get ran over because like the last couple of games, like they tied the Colts. They almost beat Denver. The Bears, they made the Bears work for that win. So I feel like they just don't have enough pieces to win, but I don't think they're far from it. Damian Pierce is a beast running back. I give them a B- because I feel like for what they have, they're doing really good. It could be way worse. They could be 0-3 right now, but they're
they won 1 game.
0-2-1.
Yeah,
0-2-1. They didn't lose. So I mean, they got some type of winning record.
They haven't won, right?
Nah.
0-2-1.
Yeah,
that's
tied a Colts.
They do have some dogs though. Like
they
Pierce,
do. I like
Pierce,
them.
He's gonna be good.
Cooks. They have Cooks too.
Cooks is underrated.
OJ Howard. They have some pieces.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have enough pieces to face these other teams. But I think they're gonna get like at least 6 wins, maybe.
Yeah.
Rudy, if you're giving the Texans a B-, I need you to be my teacher ASAP. I'll pass every class. Now we're gonna move on to the AFC East, and to my surprise, and I know a lot of people, the Dolphins are 3-0 and on top of that division.
Is that how
It's the last time it was this good was probably 2008, where it was like really, really like you feared them. What would you grade Miami right now?
Man, okay. I would honestly, in my sheet right here, they're the highest graded team, and I got them at A+, because I feel like they're one of the better teams. They're probably the best team that's undefeated right now. I think they're better than the Eagles. They keep answering the call to adversity. They beat the Baltimore Ravens. They beat the Pats. Pats are no slouches. They beat the Bills. The Bills only scored 19 points. So Tua keeps answering the call. They got some dogs in Waddle, Tyreek, Mostert, Chase Edmonds. The defense is
some dogs.
They got some dogs. They fast. They physical. I like the Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah, Dolphins. I'm gonna give them an A+ too because they're just exceeding their expectations. Like the expectation is probably right here, but they're over here right now. Like I don't know, maybe it's too early. Maybe there's gonna be a collapse, but like they're doing really good for what they were supposed to be doing. Mike McDaniel's looking like a genius right now. That trade for Hill is paying off dividends, so they were looking really good. They're showing like what to do with a young QB. They're giving him superstar receivers. Waddle and Hill. I love their defense. Defense is feisty. The only thing I have about the Dolphins is like their defense is kind of sus at the same time. Like I mean, they held Buffalo down, but against the Ravens, they were really easy to take apart. But I feel like once it gets a little bit colder, because I feel like it's still really high in Miami, and usually teams in the last couple of years they have trouble in Miami because it's so hot and they're used to that. So I feel like maybe in October you might see some even competition down in Miami. So I think we'll see what they're about. A+ so far though, they're doing great.
If the Dolphins get an A+, what does the Bills get?
The Bills. This is the only reason they're just getting an A. To be honest, they played great football so far. They looked unstoppable for the first 2 weeks. But I'm gonna give them an A. I feel like we already know who the Bills are. They're a Super Bowl contender team. They don't got much to prove, honestly. They had the number 1 defense last year. They're missing. What's the name of Hyde?
Yeah, they were both missing this weekend too.
Yeah, so it's like that's kind of tough. But for now, I'm gonna give them an A.
I'm gonna give them an A+. I think Buffalo's gonna steamroll through competition. I feel like this weekend, even though they were missing their 2 safeties, they have 2 rookie cornerbacks covering right now. And like for what they did and what the situation is, they did great against Waddle and Hill. So, and Allen is a beast. The receivers, Gabe Davis, tight end Knox. Who's the other receiver?
What is it, Gabe or something?
No, I said Gabe.
McKenzie, number 6.
No. 14. Oh, Diggs.
I said Higgins.
Yeah. I said Gabe
1,
Davis.
right?
I like Gabe Davis a lot, so that's probably why. But I don't know. That defense, Ron Miller's a perfect addition to the defense. Yeah. A+.
New York Jets.
Let's talk about them.
New York Jets. What we graded them?
D+. They lost.
You said D+?
D+. They lost to the Ravens.
No, they beat these Ravens.
Lost to the Ravens 24-9, no?
No, they beat the Ravens.
First game? First week?
Or was the Browns? Or
No,
was
the
the Browns
Browns.
they came back on?
Browns, the Jets should really be 0-3. I'm sorry, Jets fans. Y'all should really be 0-3. But again, like you guys don't have your starting quarterback. It's still a young team. Defensively, you guys do look promising, but D+.
I'm gonna give them a C. I'm gonna give them a C because, I mean, Flacco shouldn't be throwing like it. Right now, he has the most pass attempts in the whole league right now. So that's insane at his age. I don't know what they're doing to him. They trying to kill this man. No arm, but he have a savior because Zach Wilson's coming back this week. So I feel like that's gonna show the real Jets. Let's see what Zach Wilson can do with this team.
Steelers.
Oh, Steelers too. I like that. But yeah, the Jets.
Battle of the mids.
So, I'm gonna give them a C. Yeah, I think they got it. I think they have nice pieces.
Patriots fan, get used to this. We are last in the division. We are below the Jets. Addison, Rudy, what are you grading the Patriots right now?
I'm gonna grade him. Hurts, but I'm gonna grade him a C.
Damn.
I'm gonna grade him a C. The only reason we beat the Steelers is because of our run game. We only beat them by 3 points. So, but we just I don't know. Offensively, we're not really clicking. Defense is not clicking as it.
I'm sorry,
used
guys.
to be. But and we lost Mac for I don't know how many games. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Brian Hoyer could, rile the horses up or something. I don't know. What grade you got?
The Pats, I'm gonna give them a C also. I was just like, I feel like they didn't really have that much expectations coming into the season. It was more like a let's see.
Nigga, I did. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, but you're a Pats fan, so of course you're like,
I thought he was gonna win 10 plus games.
I mean,
like that. Well, we'll see.
We always have, we always hope the best as fans of a teams, but reality hits us in the face and then brings back us down to earth.
It smacked us.
So I think there's a solid run game. Stevenson, I like Stevenson. Mac Jones, I feel like he's not the guy. I feel like with the talent that's been coming out of college lately, I feel like you guys could do better. So, but I don't know who's coming up in the upcoming drafts.
There's a couple hyped up players.
Well, I feel like he's more like the bridge guy. He's gonna hold you till you find that guy. So, but I give them a C.
Let me say something about Mac. I think Mac, if this is not his year, I feel like next year it has to be. I feel like that's his last opportunity to have like a good season.
I'll give rookies like 3 years to see what they're about.
Because I think he has to develop. I don't know why, but like sometimes when I watch Mac, like he floats the ball too much when he should zing it, and he's capable of like doing that. Especially like the tape is like it shows last season. But we'll see how this shit turns out. Shout out Mac Jones.
Now we take it over to the west of the AFC. And to nobody's surprise, the Chiefs are number 1 in the division. What will you... Mahomes, what would you grade him?
Wait, we said the Chiefs?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. I got the Chiefs at... go ahead, Rudy. I'm still looking.
Chiefs, I'm gonna give them an A.
Damn.
I like that because they're still on top of the division, even with all these additions from these other teams did in the offseason. They're still on top. They're still saying like this is our division. They faced LA, beat them. Denver's not looking good. Las Vegas is not looking good. Chargers, I like the Chargers, but Herbert's hurt right now, so that sucks. And I think they just lost Bosa this week too.
Damn.
So that's tough L's right now. So A for KC.
I'm picking. I'm gonna grade him a B. Reason that being is, I ain't gonna lie. Defensively, they kind of surprised me this year. I thought niggas was gonna torch him, but I don't know. I feel like they got some. I don't know if the OC and Mahomes got the best relationship now. Like I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like there's still questions
of them arguing and stuff.
I feel like there's
Shady even chimed in and all that.
But I feel like it's still questions. Yeah, Shady did. But I feel like there's still questions about like if you take Tracy. I said Tracy. If you take
McGrady.
God. If you take Kelsey. If you take Kelsey out the picture, who's gonna step up? Are you gonna rely on Juju Smith?
He's ass.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been
so
saying
maybe
that.
they're gonna start thinking about Tyreek a little bit.
I feel like the reason that Bieniemy got in a fight with Mahomes or whatever, I feel like that kind of explains because he's been going for interviews with other teams trying to be the head coach for the last couple of years, and he hasn't been able to get a job. So I feel like that's because Shady even said it. He said he doesn't call plays; he just gets in fights with other players. So he probably has an attitude problem, shows it into the interviews, and he's not gonna do it. So KC has, they have Travis, but I feel like this is gonna show what Mahomes can do. You know how Brady has that aura of like, oh, he can make it work with anybody. I feel like that's what Andy and Pat Mahomes is trying to do, make it work with anybody. Even though Juju sucks. I haven't seen that for a while.
He had a good game. This is his best game against the Costa.
Disappointed, surprised, or just not living up to the expectation. But nonetheless, the Broncos are second in the division What would you grade the Denver Broncos led by Russell Wilson?
I got the Broncos at. They're talented. Not as talented as the Raiders, but I'll give them a C. I'll give them a C because, bro, they won a game yesterday scoring 11 points, bro. 11 to 10, bro. You're what? Everybody was thinking like it was gonna be a show, like Peyton Manning type show, but it's not. It's not living up to it. Their defense is still solid. Their defense they got a great defense, but offensively they gotta work that shit out. C-.
Denver, I'm gonna give a C too, because they just have so much talent. Like, I feel like the coach he doesn't know how to coach. Like, he hired a coach to call timeouts, call challenges, call delays.
I didn't know that.
So he hired someone else to do that part of his job, which I give him some type of respect because like most coaches wouldn't even like let their ego do that. Mm-hmm. So like he recognized the problem he has and he went to fix it. So I applaud him for that. But I feel like Russell Wilson, I don't know. This is the season. I feel like right now it's looking like he's washed right now. That's what it's looking like. So
a lot of people have been saying that.
I know a lot of people, Seahawks players, probably agree with me right now, especially Sherman talking shit. But I say C. I just don't like the way they're using Javonte. They should be using him way more. He's a freaking beast. They're giving his touches to Gordon and I think another guy named Moore. Like, bro, just give it to Javonte, bro. You're a run first team. Wilson doesn't like that, but you got to see what you have. You're trying to win games. You're in the hardest division there is. I give them a C.
Speaking of C's, we move on to the Chargers, third in the division. Herbert kind of hurt. Does that hurt the report card? What's happening with the Chargers right now?
I'm gonna give the Chargers. I had them a C-, but I'll give them a C. How many games did we win?
Yeah, 1 and 2, I believe.
So it's like, nah, bro. They're too talented. Is this theory where it's like, not a theory, but the saying is like they're only good on paper. That shit's really coming about, especially the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers.
I feel like it's just a Chargers thing.
It gotta be. Like the Chargers are like a sexier Cowboys.
Ooh,
that's what I feel like the Chargers are.
I like that.
Like they just don't meet expectations. Like I don't know.
Chargers have a history. Just have a history of like being really good but failing at the end. Like even Phillip, when they had LaDainian, Gates, like they were still doing a Chargers thing. Like this is the Chargers theory. Wait, what'd you give them?
I gave them a C.
I'm gonna give them a B-. I just like I like what they do. I like what they've done. Herbert's hurt right now, so I think that's what really had to do a lot with the Jacksonville loss. But that also has to do with defense. Also lost Bosa. Keenan Allen can't stay on the field. Like I think he's overrated at this point. Can't stay on the field. The best ability is availability. So, Mike Williams is good, but he likes to disappear sometimes.
This day.
So, I don't know.
You said it best. Availability.
The best.
Is the best ability.
That is facts.
That's why I got fired at every job. The Raiders, they are fourth in the division. What would you grade them Las Vegas boys?
Las Vegas?
Raiders is D-. Raiders is a D-. They're Rudy said it in the chat. Rudy said that they're the best 0-3 looking team ever
seen.
But bro, you have way too much fucking talent, bro.
Way too much.
How are you guys 0-3, bro? It's like I don't know if Josh McDaniels trying to be sexy in a way, where like let's win this game by passing, when Josh Jacobs is like not getting the ball when he needs to. So it's like I don't know what the fuck going on over there, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is, but y'all gotta get that shit together, bro.
I'm gonna give them a D.
A B or D?
A D. Okay. Like Douglas. I'm gonna give them a D because I feel like they're just like what he just said. Like they're the best 0-3 team I've ever seen. Like teams that have won a game, like if they would face the Raiders, they would beat them. So I feel like this is insane. Like I can't name a better 0-3 team. usually when it's 0-3, they're about to get smashed for the rest of the year. But I feel like I have high hopes for the Raiders. I really do. I know Ocho chose them for the Super Bowl. I think they'll still make the playoffs. I feel like they're going to go streaking eventually. Josh Daniels hasn't figured it out. But what I've been looking at, when I see their games, I tell two halves. Like versus the Cardinals, they had a great first half, terrible second half. And then the Chargers, they had a terrible first half, great second half. And then Tennessee, it was like good first half, terrible second half. So you just need to play a complete game. That's what they really need.
NFC. Now we do the divisional report cards for these NFC teams, and we begin up in the north with them Vikings. School. They are number 1 in their division. What would you grade Minnesota?
I would have graded them higher if they performed. Even if they I don't care if they lost to the Eagles, but the way they lost to the Eagles, was kind of like upsetting. So I'll give them a B minus. I still shout out Kirk. I don't believe in you, but you're good. But I'm giving them a B minus.
I'll give Minnesota a B, just because I feel like they're still figuring it out. Have a lot of talent on the team. Jefferson, Thielen, they have good weapons. Cousins, I'll give them a B for now, but I feel like it's gonna drop dramatically if they don't win the next couple games.
A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers. What you grading them?
Rodgers. I said the Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
The Packers. I'll give them a B. I'll just give them a B because again, I feel like there's questions in that receiving core. I don't really believe. Again, Aaron Rodgers is that guy that he can make it work with people, but I'm gonna give him a B. They got one of the best running back tandems, but
indeed,
as far as the receiving core, I don't really trust it. So B for now.
I'll give them a B plus, just because they're still winning games even with that receiving core. So I give them a B plus, even though the running game is elite. A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones. The defense is a little sus because the Bears ran over 180 yards on them, which I'm surprised Tampa didn't do this past weekend, and I thought that's what they were gonna do. But Tom Brady threw for 42 times. So I don't know. I give them a B plus because they're still winning games, even though their receiving core is depleted. Yeah, B plus. Fuck them though.
Damn.
Chicago Bears. Justin Fields. Mooney. What you grading the Bears?
Shout out Mooney in the back. I'm gonna give him a C plus.
Tough.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like they struggle a little bit with the Texans in a way. I saw there was a few balls that got away from Justin Fields. So I feel like if they clean up their shit a little bit, and I said they got one of the worst receiving cores in the league, but they're looking all right for now. But I say if they clean it up a little bit, they'll be a decent team.
What'd you give them? C minus?
C plus.
I give them a C. I just feel like we're a couple pieces away. Justin Fields has to get more confidence in his throws. I just don't like the passing game right now. We're last in the NFL in passing attempts and completions. How you do that in today's NFL? What are we doing? I seen a graph. It was a tier, and there was a tier for Super Bowl contenders if they were playing before 1905, before that forward pass was invented. So that just shows how good the running game is. This past weekend we just ran for Khalil Herbert ran for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. So our touchdowns what?
Might be available.
Who, Khalil? No, I haven't.
Herbert. What is it? Herbert or Herbert?
Khalil Herbert.
Herbert is it?
No. No, but I like Khalil Herbert. I think Herbert fits this offense more than Montgomery does. But I would want both of them at the same time. That's a good tandem right there. The defense, I like the defense. They were pretty good, pretty feisty. The offense just everyone was like doubting our line, but like our offensive line has been some bullies running the ball down their throats like some semen. But anyways,
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo in the comments.
My nigga.
quitter, you're a quitter.
And these boys ain't some quitters. Detroit Lions. I'm surprised they're not higher. What would you grade the Lions?
I'm grading the Lions C plus. I'm grading them C plus. I feel like they did challenge the Eagles first week. They only lost by 3 points. I feel like offensively they're slept on. They got Jamal Williams. I know Swift is hurt, but they got him. They got Amar St. Brown. They got Hawkinson. Don't sleep on him. But I feel like if they like fix a few things coaching wise, like put your team in a better position, not going for it on so many fourth downs like they do, because Detroit plays with that we don't give a fuck mentality. Like we got nothing to lose. We're the Lions. We don't give a fuck. But sometimes that bites you in the ass. But I'll give them a C plus for now because I feel like they should be 2-1 instead of 1-2.
I give them an A minus.
Damn.
Cause like I feel like last year they went like 12 games without a win, and they came in here. They're feisty. They're one of the. I think they're like third in touchdowns right now. So I feel like they deserve a lot of credit. The coach has them on fire every single week. They love that coach. So I feel like they're playing as a unit right now. Jared Goff is not looking bad.
Told y'all.
Swift is good. I still think Goff is ass though.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think they're feisty. I think they're a feisty team.
Yo, bucket. Jared Goff is gonna have a better year than Matthew Stafford.
Damn, I like that take.
And
That's a
I ain't
good
gonna lie,
take.
I think I might have to I might have to increase their grade because every game that they lost, I mean the only game that they lost. Well, wait, are they 1-2? 2-1. The games that they're 1-2 actually. So the games that they lost, it was decided under 5 points.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So-
they're exceeding expectations.
Yeah. So they put in a fight against the Vikings and the Eagles. So shouts out to them.
Roar, baby, roar.
Roar. Nigga sound like a Cub. Chicago Cubs.
From a team that had no expectations to probably the most right now or up there, the Buccaneers, we're going to transition to the NFC South and talk about them boys in Florida, Tom Brady and his gang, the Brady Bunches. What would you grade Tampa Bay?
I'm gonna give Tampa due to the circumstances. I'm gonna give them a B. Their receiving core is a little hurt right now. Defensively, they still solid, but for now, I'm gonna give them a B. I want to see what they look like when everybody's healthy.
Tampa Bay, I'm gonna give them an A minus because same thing with Green Bay in a way where they're still figuring out ways to win, even though they have injuries all over the place. Injuries at lineman, injuries at receiver. The defense is elite. I love their defense. So Tampa Bay is giving me. I already told these guys, but Tampa Bay is really giving me Peyton Manning's last ride year type vibes, where like he's looking like he's washed and the defense is good. He's gonna ride the defense coattails to the Super Bowl. Maybe we'll leave on the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Tough.
Where because he's a great player. He'll make the right throws, but he's not gonna take over a game like he used to. So like maybe. So A minus.
They've been down this nigga since 1995. That nigga wasn't even in the league.
The Panthers, speaking of doubt, Baker Mayfield. What you grading them?
God. Panthers, just because of their defense, this is strictly because their defense. I'm giving them a D plus. I'm giving them a fucking D plus. They don't look good. I'm gonna just say it. They don't look good at all.
Panthers, I'm gonna give them a C, just cause same thing. Their defense is really good. That's really what holds them into the into games. Still, I seen a stat that they are, I believe 14-1 when they allow 17 points or less. So in the NFL, that's pretty good. But like as an offense, and this is what the coaches brought in was for offense. You got to score more than 17 points. Like, what are you doing? So
Dan Orlovsky or whatever,
yeah.
ESPN exposed them.
What did he say?
He was saying basically how if McCaffrey, whoever the running back is, lines up behind Baker Mayfield instead of to the side, it's a run play. All those plays were run plays. And how if he's on the side, it's going to be a pass play.
It's like, so funny when people say that.
That's crazy.
Because when I say first week, Trevor, who was it? It was Dominic Robinson, 5th round pick, Chicago Bears versus Trent Williams, Pro Bowl guard. He was saying that when he taps his foot 3 times, it's a pass play, and that's how he was able to get 2 sacks on him. So it's exposed.
Who else?
Wait, who'd you say? Panthers?
Yeah, the Panthers.
Oh yeah, I gave them a C.
I'm giving them a D+.
And even with the exposing, you just heard it. Aaron Rodgers talking about the jumbotron and how that helped him see the games as well. The Saints, New Orleans, Jameis Winston, Chris Olave. What are you grading that team?
For now, it's just this month. I'm giving them a D-. Again, they're somewhat like they're talented, but they just don't look. I don't know. They just don't look in sync. Defensively, I don't worry about them defensively, but offensively, they just don't look good. So I'm giving them a D-.
I agree with you there. I give them also a B- because part of the same thing. I really like that defense. Olave looked really good this past week. Mm-hmm. Mike Thomas also looked good. I'm glad he's back. Kamara looks like ass. Winston, he loves to truck it, so that's why Olave's doing so good. But I don't know. Something about that offense is just not clicking. They really miss Sean Payton. So B-.
Falcons, Atlanta, Mariota, Drake London, Cordell Patterson.
Underdog.
What are you grading them, boys?
I'm grading them a C+. Reason being, I know they're last in the division. They probably 1-2. But reason being is they're a team that's kind of feisty too. Sort of like the Lions. Not as much as Lions, but sort of like the Lions where they do have some dogs. Like he said, Cordell Patterson and Drake London. Kyle Pitts need to step up in that offense too. And I think Mariota kind of shocked a few people with the way he's playing. So
I'm gonna give Atlanta a D. I really like their offense. Their defense is what leaves up so many points. The Twin Towers, Drake London. What was his tight end again?
Kyle
Pitts. So I like them. London and Pitts. Cordell Patterson, he's just a beast. He's just a big back. Like that's not even his original position. So like he just great all around player. Could receive, could return, could play running back. He said he wants to play safety too at one point. So I think he could do it. He could do anything.
Damn, leave some positions.
Talking about chase your dreams. So I'm gonna give them a D.
Chase your dreams. Imagine trying to chase him down as a linebacker. Oh, man. Now we're moving on to the NFC East. And you know who's number one. Fly Eagles. Fly. 3-0. What would you grade Philadelphia?
I'm giving Philly, like the Dolphins, I'm giving them an A+. I do have some questions. I have some questions of who they faced. But they do look good. They did beat the Lions, they beat the Vikings, and they just beat the Commanders. So I want to see what they do against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I want to see if I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars beat them. But let's see what that look like.
I'm gonna agree with you there. I give them an A+ because I chose them for the Super Bowl, so I just hope they go like 17-0, I guess.
Damn.
That'd be insane. But they just look so good. Like, they have AJ Brown. They have an incredible defense. Hurts is really coming into form. He could run. He could pass. Like, Devontae Smith finally came into the picture this past weekend. Running back Miles Sanders also looking good. So, like, I don't know. I just don't really have any complaints. Like, their line looks good. This feels like the Eagles team that won the Super Bowl because, like, there's just a whole bunch of pieces that came from other teams to make them what they are. Because, like, AJ Brown would be Alshon Jeffrey. Carson Wentz, I guess hurts, but then Foles took over. So I don't know. I really like them, and they're smashing teams. They're making 24 points before even the half. So I think this is gonna be the biggest test coming up versus Jacksonville because they're also playing really good. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure Jalen and Trevor have faced off in college, so I gotta look into that.
Dallas Cowboys. What you grading them?
The Cowboys. I'm giving the Cowboys. What should I give the Cowboys, bro? Go ahead, Rudy.
I'm gonna give the Cowboys a B minus, mainly because like they're still finding ways to win even without their quarterback there. So I like the defense with Parsons there. He's incredible. Like he could really win Defensive Player of the Year this year. I like Zeke, and actually I don't like Zeke, but I do like Pollard. I think Zeke is washed, and they're just trying to force feed him because they paid so much money. So it feels like they're trying to get him hurt, so they don't have to throw to him no more, or give him the ball anymore because they're just force feeding him. And he's looking decent sometimes, but Pollard was looking way more explosive last night versus the Giants. Yeah, so I like Pollard a lot, and CeeDee Lamb also looking decent. So I feel like they're gonna really miss Cooper, but
Mari, shout out
what
him.
you gotta do. Dallas B minus.
I'm gonna agree with Rudy. I'm gonna give them a B minus. They won, I think, two games. They won two. They're 2-1 with a backup quarterback. Backup quarterback looks pretty good. With Zeke did have a good game last night, but so did Pollard. So I can see where you're coming from.
I have a question for you guys. So Dak's supposed to be coming back in 2 weeks, week 5. Are you replacing him if Rush keeps winning?
Yes.
You're gonna rush Dak back?
Because it was just like a hand. Like they said that they took the stitches off and shit. But as soon as he's ready to go, I'm putting him back in.
But you're gonna mess up with the.
But that's the thing with the Cowboys. They did that to Tony Romo.
Oh,
where Dak was winning games.
Are we saying that's his replacement?
And, they replaced him, but I don't know. I don't know if Dak. I don't know what where their heads at. I don't know if they believe in Rush that much.
I feel like the Cowboys fucked up because they rushed Cooper out of there. It's not Cooper Rush is gonna take over.
Wow. Wowzers! I didn't see that coming from a mile away.
They paid him, so I say at least for now they hold on.
Yeah, they're gonna hold on.
The New York Giants, third in their division, but they're 2-1. What would you grade them?
For this month, I'm gonna give them a B minus. But last night's game was very telling. Their line is trash. Their receiving core is not good. Their defense is good, but like other than that, like if you can't score any points, what the fuck are we gonna do? So I'm gonna give them a B minus for going 2-1.
I'm gonna give them an A minus.
Damn.
Just because I feel like there wasn't really that much expectations. Everyone was like, "Oh, Brock is gonna get hurt." Dan Jones is trash. Which he is, but I feel like for what they have, they're a really feisty team. Like they was finding out ways to win. They could have easily been 0-3. Really, if it wasn't for the Tennessee kicker missing that kick, they could be 1-2 right now. So I feel like they're really feisty for what they are. I just have questions about the receivers. The defense is looking really good. Yeah, I give them a A minus based on what they've done to get here.
Washington Commanders, what would you grade them?
Commanders, I'm giving them C minus. Again, they're one of those teams like the Texans. Nobody really expected anything out of them. Commanders, they're not really that. They're not shockingly good at defensively. Their receiving core is pretty solid. But Carson Wentz, you're gonna trust Carson Wentz, running around the pocket, 24-8. They're not that good. C minus.
I'll give them a C. I really like the receiving core. Curtis Samuel, Terry, Dodson. Yeah, I feel bad for Brian Robinson. He got shot, but he's gonna be coming back. But they're not looking like Commanders. They're more looking like peasants out there. So I just feel like you should see. Really, I feel like Ron Rivera is gonna get fired soon.
Yeah, I see that shit coming.
So same thing with the Colts. They just keep putting bandages at quarterback. So.
And we finish off with the NFC West and the defending Super Bowl champion, Los Angeles Rams. What would you grade them in the month of September?
Because they're on top of their division, I'm giving them B+. They're not fully in sync offensively. I feel like they're slowly going to build that trust between Allen Robinson and Matthew Stafford. Cooper Kupp, he's a dog. The defense is great. So for now, I'm going to give them a B+.
I give the Rams a B. I really like their offense. I'm really hoping that they fix the connection between Allen Robinson and Matthew Stafford, because I speak so highly about Allen Robinson, but he's letting me down. He's looking like a bum out there. He looks not interested. Defense looking really good. Aaron Donald's a beast. Cam Akers needs more time. Yeah.
'49ers. What would you grade them?
I'm giving the 49ers a C+. I'm giving the 49ers a C+. I know Trey Lance went down early, so that kind of sucks for him. For the whole team, they had their plans going some way, but it fucking turned them to a different plan, back to Jimmy G. But I'm gonna give them a C+ for now. Who knows? They might bounce back. Their defense is great. They gotta get. I know George Kittle's not healthy. They gotta get him involved when he comes back.
I think he's coming back this week.
Yeah, he is. I got him starting. But their offense is talented enough to where they can win some games. So
I'm gonna give San Francisco a B-, because it feels like it's battle of the mid with Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. Because it kind of feels like San Francisco was kind of low key exposed, because like the stuff they were doing last year, they were just running through everybody, but they haven't really successfully done that this year. I'm not sure if they're missing someone on the line or if their quarterbacks are just ass. Because Jimmy Orlovsky, so I think Orlovsky's worse, by the way. I don't know what you guys think. But
yeah, he's worse.
But I don't know.
Shout out him though.
Could the 49ers be missing Mike McDaniel too?
Oh, that's true.
Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray. What would you grade them?
I'll give the Cardinals a C+ for now. The third in their division. I don't know. I feel like they. I don't know about the Cardinals. I feel like they're low in expectations. So when they get D-Hop back, that offense is gonna look scary. Because he did prove me wrong on fucking Hollywood Brown, especially the game that he had last week. He did prove me wrong, but
14 catches, 140 yards.
Yeah, scoring 12 points against a division rival. Not gonna cut in today's game.
No.
C+.
I also give them a C+ because I feel like they're failing expectations. I feel like they've been missing a lot of players. They were missing Hopkins, missing Rondell Moore, and I feel like once they get all their pieces back, I feel like it's gonna be great for the offense. Because Connors out too, so and they really miss who went to the Raiders that came? Chandler Jones, because they have no pass rush right now. So the defense is looking easy to run on. That's what the Chiefs did. So I feel like Arizona C+. Baby Kyler, you looking decent, but he's not doing so much. I feel like once all the pieces are back together, they're really gonna take the top off with Marquise over the top, and then Hopkins down low. So I like their chances, but they gotta wait like 2-3 more weeks, I think, to get Hopkins back. Rondell Moore's out another 2 weeks.
And last but certainly not least, last in the division, the Seattle Seahawks. What would you grade Pete Carroll and his squad?
I mean, for now, I don't got. There's not much expectation, but Russell Wilson leaving. But for this month, they faced some pretty tough defenses. They faced the Broncos week 1, the 49ers week 2, and they lost to the Falcons. So the first 2 games has kind of been rough, but I'll give them a C+ for now because they're relevant in a way.
I'll give them a D, because they're just ass. When Seattle beat Denver, Geno said people are writing him off, but he didn't write back. I think it's time to write back because he's not looking good out there. Drew Lock may be coming in the next couple of weeks or so, but that's not a lock either. So they need to start looking for another quarterback. But I can't really. I mean, DK and Lockett, I think they should trade them, get some pieces for the future. Even though they just paid DK, I mean, Bears, call Seattle, make some noise.
Tell Lockett, we need you.
So that's our wrap up for our divisional report card for the month of September. We will do this again at the end of October. Let's see who surprises, who improves, who disappoints. You already know. With all that being said and done, who is the top 5 teams in the NFL right now? Edison, Rudy.
Top 5 teams in no order. Actually, fuck it. Let's do it in order. Dolphins.
Number one
is the Dolphins. It was the Bills, but the Dolphins beat the Bills. Number 1, Dolphins. Number 2, Bills. Number 3, the Eagles. I have to see them confidently beat the Jaguars. I have to see it. Number 4, the Rams. And number 5, the Chiefs. But the Eagles, shout out Doug Peterson. That's the real reason the Eagles are flourishing right now is Doug Peterson. So shout out Doug Peterson.
What? Why?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like he chose Hurts over Wentz.
Oh.
So shout out him for that. If it wasn't for him, probably wouldn't. Who knows? They got the number 1 offense in the league. I do have them at 3, but if they can like beat the shit out of the Jaguars, I'll put them at 1. For now, I got them at 3. And they're facing the Cardinals week 5, so that's gonna be telling.
Arizona's kind of depleted right now, so I wouldn't really say that for the Eagles.
They got a good defense.
Number 1, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I just feel like it's really impressive the way they've been defeating these teams. They made a mockery of the Vikings on national television. So I feel like that shows something.
Sorry, Brian.
Even though primetime Kirk is trash, and if that was my cousin, oh boy, disown him. But number 2, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins because it feels very good. I think they look very feisty. The receivers, Mike McDaniels is looking like a genius. Maybe 2 is right. Maybe 49ers are missing McDaniels right now. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the Bills because they've just been bulldozing over everybody except for the Dolphins. So that's why they have 3. Because if they would have bulldozed over the Dolphins too, they definitely would have been number 1. Because the way they handled the Super Bowl champions and who was the second? Who did they face second week? The Bills. Oh, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
They made a mockery out of all of them. So
Shut down Derrick Henry.
I feel like what also contributed to them losing was missing their safeties. So it was a complete team. And then 3, 4, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I just feel like they're looking like a more complete team, even though they don't have Hill. So I feel like they're looking really good. And then in 5th, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Ravens look really good. I really like where Lamar's taking this team. And if it wasn't for the Dolphins, then we'd probably be talking about Ravens' top 3 team, to be honest, because Lamar is looking that good.
And now what we like to do is a nice little segment called Where You At?
Where you at?
Because there's a lot of players and teams that have been missing. Some may be playing, but they haven't been producing. So we asking, where you at? I'm starting off with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's playing, but we all know Tom Brady and what he's capable of. Compared to the Tom Brady we know and love, he ain't doing shit. He's missing. He's MIA. Last week, he did not score until, the last drive? And then the game against the Saints, they didn't do anything until after that brawl. And it's because Jameis literally gave him the game. So, Brady, with all the money and expectation and all the players and all of that, where you at, buddy?
Come on, Tommy.
Where you at?
My where you at goes to Garrick fucking Carr. I picked you to be the MVP. Who knows? Maybe if you go crazy, you might still be a chance to win it.
They can still go streaking.
But you got one of the most talented rosters offensively in the league. You got Josh Jacobs. You got Renfro. You got the number 1 receiver in the fucking league. You got Darren Waller. Why isn't your shit clicking? Is it because y'all butting heads like with the OC or fucking Josh McDaniels? Like, what's going on? I don't know. But the where you at is for sure Garrett Carr.
My where you at is I'm gonna go with the Bears passing game. Like this is 2022. This is a passing league. Like, where is it? This is the most stagnant, anorexic passing game I've ever seen, ever. Like, and I've been a Bears fan since I can remember, and I don't remember the passing game looking this stagnant ever. Like, it feels like we're just going backwards. Like, it feels like we're playing in the 70s and just running defense, but this is a passing league. We're not doing that anymore. So, yeah. I'm just looking at the passing game for us.
We look forward to week 4. What are some bold predictions you have going into week 4?
Philly. I know you're going to hate me, but Jaguars going to beat Philly.
Oh.
The Jaguars are going to beat Philly. Book it.
My crazy take. I think the Bills-Ravens game is going to be fun. That's a 1 o'clock game. This should definitely be like an 8 o'clock game.
Yeah, that's what people kept saying. Yeah.
They should definitely flex that game. Broncos, Raiders, Patriots, Packers. Super Bowl rematch. Oh, Sunday. Bucks versus Chiefs. So, but my craziest take is Chargers versus Texans. Texans going to defeat the Chargers for the first win. They're missing a lot of pieces on defense. The Chargers missing. Herbert's hurt. Allen, I think, is still out. Bosa's out. I think Chargers have a weak run defense. I think Damian Pierce is going to pierce through them and go for like over 100 yards and maybe 2 TDs. So
better bet on that.
And my bold prediction is Bill Belichick will beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. You already know he's gonna scheme up something.
You think they
what's the offense?
What? No, I don't like how he asked that, but we'll answer that another time. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna have to focus more on the run game or more on the receiver?
Oh yeah, you go back to the Bills game. We had a capable quarterback and we still ran the ball. So now when we don't have a capable quarterback, nigga, you better run that ball. So I think we definitely, if we do beat them, it's on good defense, ground game, 6-3.
You guys, how much yards did you guys run over them this weekend? Versus, who was it? The Steelers?
The Ravens.
Ravens. Wasn't it like 120? Wasn't it mostly like Stevenson?
Yeah, it was.
You guys definitely have a chance because, you know, Bears did 180 over the Packers, so you guys could definitely do that.
Yeah, Stevenson's. I think he'll probably have a big year.
You guys have a more capable passing game too.
Home, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. No, it's at Green Bay.
That would be an upset.
I'm with it. And I think it's a 4:00 game.
Tap in. We're going to have our individual game picks later on. This episode shall be up before Thursday Night Football. And as always, I am Tool.
I'm Ocho.
And that's Ocho. And this is Tree Podcast. Better equipment. We're going to get better. We'll see y'all next week.
Adios.
It goes down in el barrio.